What's up, Tech Gang? Hopefully you guys are all having a blessed day. We got the Moto G Play 2023 in the house for unboxing. We're going to be doing a ton of other videos on this device, so if you guys want me to do a gaming video or something else like that, or if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. So this device retails for $169.99. I'm going to go over the specifications right now, but if you guys do want to purchase this device, I will leave a link in the description down below to the Amazon link where you can get it for $169.99. And if you guys have Prime, I'm pretty sure you guys can get this in either a day or two, so it's pretty quick shipping. Also, if you use that link, it's going to help with the channel as it is an affiliate link. Now, getting into the specifications on this device, as I said before, this is a $170 device, so this is going to be competing with the Galaxy A14 5G that just came out, which is about $30 more, and we're going to put those phones head to head because it seems like this is the closest phone to the Galaxy A14 5G right now as far as specifications go, and as far as like updates and, you know, it just being the newest phone. The A14 5G came out yesterday, and the Moto G Play 2023, I believe, came out at midnight. So today is the release date officially of the Moto G Play 2023. Now, getting into the specifications, I don't think the specifications are as good as the Galaxy A14 5G in my honest opinion, but the specs are 6.5-inch display, and this is going to be a 720 by 1600 display, so this isn't going to be a full HD display. We have an HD display on here. We have 3 gigabytes of RAM inside this device. We also have 32 gigabytes of internal storage, and we can expand our storage via micro SD card. Also, for our processor, we do kind of have a weak processor. We have the Helio G37 inside of this device, so that's something that I really wasn't looking forward to. I'm hoping gaming is decent on this. We're going to test all of that out. And also, this has a 5000 milliamp battery, so that's like one of the highlights. It has a 5000 milliamp battery. We also have a 90 hertz display on this device as well, so that's something to look forward to, I guess, as well. But let's get inside this box. Alright, people, also really excited about what Motorola has in store this year. I'm hoping that we get a new stylus device. That would be really awesome to see. We're going to try to pick up all of the devices that come out from Motorola this year. Obviously, we have the phone. We're going to put that to the side. I always like how they have this so nicely packaged and obviously eco-friendly as well, so that's great to see. We also have our start guide right there just to show you how to use every function of your phone. We have our legal and safety warranty right there. We also, of course, have our SIM ejector tool. We have our wall charger as well, and this is going to be USB-A to Type-C, so we have a Type-C data cable inside of here. Just a heads up, this is going to charge kind of slow. However, it is a huge battery, but we do have a 10-watt wired charge on here, so it's not going to be the quickest in the game. Just a quick comparison, the Galaxy A14 5G is actually going to be charged at a rate of 15 watts with a wired charge, so it is going to be a little bit quicker, but we're gonna go ahead and compare those later on. All right, people, so let's go ahead and take this little plastic off really quick, or paper, kind of tear that off. Sorry, it wasn't that satisfying. But this is how the phone is going to look. So for our fingerprint sensor, it's actually going to be on the back of the phone this time around, which I think some people do like, so that's cool if you do like it. If you don't, whatever. I believe we can actually get the drop down bar menu just swiping down on this as well, so that's another cool pro about having a rear fingerprint sensor. Now, getting into the back of the phone, this isn't going to have some amazing super great build or whatever. It's going to be plastic. However, it does actually feel pretty heavy and premium. I would say it feels just as premium as the Galaxy A14 5G, so it does have that heft to it. It does feel pretty decent. We're going to go ahead and power this on. But the back, of course, is going to be just this blue plastic right here. Now, they call this color deep indigo, and as you guys can see, it does leave a bit of fingerprints. So if you guys want to get a case, Amazon has a ton of different cases. And they're already out for purchasing. Also, if any companies watching this want to send me cases for this phone, hit me up on that email in the description down below. But getting into the camera right here, for a main camera, we're going to have a 16 megapixel shooter. This is going to have an f2.2 aperture. This is also going to be used as our wide angle camera, and this is going to be a PDA-F camera. For our secondary, we have a 2 megapixel f2.4. That's going to be our macro, and our third, of course, is going to be our depth camera, which is another 2 megapixel f2.4. As megapixels don't matter anymore. We're gonna actually see real world use how that actually goes. Now, right side of the phone, we actually have our power button right here. This is going to be textured, which is nice. So it looks like we have like a metal textured power button. Love to see that, so we can differentiate in the dark between the volume rocker and of course the power button. But just above that, we have our volume rocker, and it's actually very clicky and tactile, so there's gonna be no issues with that. I really do like that. As far as our headphone jack, we have one on this device. It's weirdly placed at the top of the device. I don't really see that anymore, so that's pretty cool. We also have our noise canceling mic on the top left. Left side of the phone, we do have our SIM tray, so great to see. And of course, bottom of the phone, we have our charging port, USB Type-C, our loudspeaker, and another noise canceling mic. We're gonna go ahead and set this up really quick, but as you guys can see, I mean, you can't see it too well, but we have a 6.5-inch display, 720p as I said before. Kind of a huge chin at the bottom, not too great looking right there. But the display so far looks okay. And of course, we have our hole punch selfie camera right there in the middle, and that's going to be a 5-megapixel camera, and that's going to actually give us a wide angle mode as well. So excited about that. All right, everybody, so we got into the phone finally. We're going to go ahead and test out the fingerprint sensor really quick. Let's go and try that again. Okay, boom. So not the quickest, but it is accurate, so that's good to see. I did notice on this display that if you turn it, we actually do get some dark tint. So just know that when you turn the phone, it's not going to look amazing. We have that little dark hue when we turn it like that, like on those old TFT displays. Other than that, like head on, the display looks good. 90 hertz, 720p. I don't think most people are really gonna have an issue with that, especially if you are looking for a cheap phone. This phone's gonna be something for, like, you know, your kids going back to school and you need to give them their first phone or something like that. It's unlocked. It works with any GSM carrier. Super cheap, $169.99. I believe this doesn't even have 5G, so we have 4G LTE inside this device, so it's going to be very basic, but you have your Moto actions, you have all that type of stuff on here. Now, going to the drop down bar menu, of course we have Bluetooth, we have auto rotate. We're going to turn that on. It does come with dark mode on straight away. We have our hotspot, airplane mode, of course. System updates. I believe this is running Android 12 if I'm not mistaken. So yes, it looks like we have Android 12 October 1st security patch 2022. So it looks like we have last year's security patch. On the Galaxy A14 5G, we have Android 13. Of course, that device is going to release unlocked for $199, so only $30 more. If you are a Motorola fan, though, however, you know, you get things like Motorola Actions, and of course, you get their little skin that goes over their applications and stuff. And, you know, $30 may be a lot to somebody instead of moving up to an A14 5G. But, you know, so far, I don't think this phone is too crazy. We do have our GIF maker. We have our native screen recorder in there as well, of course, and we have our nearby share. Now, getting into the camera, I was actually pretty pleased with the photos that I've seen so far on here. The saturation looks pretty decent. This was a selfie photo right here, and this was actually using the portrait mode on here, so it's actually not like a cookie cutter little photo that you saw in MKBHD's video. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it kind of looked like it was terribly edited with the processing power, but it actually looks all right. So I don't think it's going to be too bad. Now, taking a regular photo on this, I thought the photo was decent as well. If you guys are in good lighting, this is going to be good, and this is pretty much my natural skin tone. So with a lot of other devices, I don't actually get my natural skin tone, so that's cool that you get it on here. Hasn't been too bad. Of course, we need to take a rear photo right now. 3, 2, 1. And I thought that shutter speed was good enough. Honestly, for a $170 phone, shutter speed is good. Some clear quality right here, and finally those panels in the background get the contrast that they needed. That's the actual color of those. So it's a little punchier than most devices, but I think this camera is solid. Especially for $170. But we're gonna get into the speakers real quick. We're also going to get into the video, see how it goes, and then of course we're going to do more videos on this device. We're gonna get into the gaming and everything else, the pros and cons. And if you guys have any video suggestions, let me know in the comment section down below. But let's go ahead and test out these speakers and the video and call it a day. Alright, so this is our speaker test. We are on max volume, as you guys can see. Let's go ahead and play it. So it's actually decently loud. It's not as tinny as I thought it was going to be. So for $170, this is definitely acceptable. Pretty adequate, to be quite honest. And of course, we're going to try our 4K video test. Let's get into 1080p 60 FPS and see how this looks. Alright, so the video actually looks pretty good. When you're looking at it head on, you're going to watch YouTube, Netflix, or whatever, it's going to look perfect. It's going to look perfectly fine. I would say one con with this device is if you kind of tilt the phone a little more, you are going to get a little washed out of a display, or it's going to get a dark hue right there. But other than that, I think looking at this phone directly head on, the display looks good. That 4K video test looked really good, to be quite honest. So not really a huge con about this device. I think most people spending $170 on an unlocked phone in this, type of economy that we're in right now, I think aren't going to really expect too much. Obviously, you can buy an older flagship device and that may be better suited for you, but of course you're not going to be getting the updates like this device is going to be getting. Another thing about this device is it is a little bit of a sluggish device, so just know that it has 3 GB of RAM. The Helio G37 is not going to be the quickest processor of all time, so obviously it's not going to be great for people that are like hardcore gamers, or you guys are doing tons of different tasks on this phone and stuff. I'm sure this can handle most people's everyday use, to be quite honest. However, I think this is going to be for a person that wants a phone that's kind of like, an afterthought. You don't really need the greatest phone out there, you just need some basic specifications to get you through there. This has a good display, this has a really good battery actually, and it definitely gets the job done. So we're going to be going deeper into this phone in some other videos later on, but let me know if you guys have any questions in the comment section down below. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. This has been some fun from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.